In this series, we'll show you some of the many places you can visit during your stay in Tenerife. As well as beautiful sandy beaches, the island has breathtaking volcanic scenery all over, including Mount Teide, Spain's highest point, and many attractive towns in addition to the main tourist spots. Tenerife is the largest of the Spanish-owned Canary Islands, which are located just off West Africa.
It's 7:50 and we're off for our trip to Mount Teide. First we're going to buy some sandwiches for lunch. It's a 7-hour day trip and we've got to get the bus from outside a hotel at 8:15 and forecast said it's going to be a nice day, so we're looking forward to going up the mountain and seeing the stunning sights.
It's tomato and chicken, guacamole and tomato. One? Here or to go?
Two, please.
To go.
You can visit Mount Teide by car, by an organised trip or by bus. There is a bus stop at the cable car station. As you progress up the mountain, the landscape changes. First, small towns growing crops such as grapes, potatoes and other vegetables. Then a forest area made up of Canary and pine trees, which are unique to the Canary Islands. The trees can survive volcanic eruptions and lava. They are fire resistant and can recover from damage in just a few years. The leaves can collect water from the clouds. The volcanic eruptions that created Tenerife first created 3 islands, and over time they merged into one. The first stop is a cafe where the majority of organised trips stop off. Here you can buy a snack, your lunch and gifts from a small gift shop. We had a traditional Tenerife liqueur coffee called Barraquito. Our second stop was Juan Evora Museum. Juan was the last known inhabitant on the mountain. Mount Teide is the highest point in Spain, 7,500 metres above sea level. It's a dormant volcano that could still erupt in the future. The desert areas get flooded by rainfall and this enables plants to grow. The cable car station is 2,300 metres above sea level. The cable car takes you up near the summit. Unfortunately, it was closed the day we visited due to the wind. There is a shop and a cafe, also a small exhibition about the indigenous people known as the Guanches, who lived on the mountain around 1,000 years ago. They had goats who were able to graze on the land. They saw the mountain as sacred and believed their gods lived there. The Guanches were the only inhabitants of the Canary Islands prior to the Spanish arrival in the 15th century.
We're walking through the trail here in a section that's called Garcia Rocks. A very magnificent set of cliffs that have sprung up in the middle here at the base of the volcano. There's lots of people here. It's a very popular place to stop. And this time compared with last time, the temperature is much higher. We needed coats and woolly hats last time. It's really quite warm. A t-shirt would be fine, mostly because there's no wind. air is definitely thinner up here. I think we've kind of been walking at a normal pace and all of a sudden starts to feel a little weary. We are around 2,000 meters above sea level, so it's not surprising.
The most recent eruption was in 1909, and the dark rocks you see are lava flows from that eruption. Here we see pine trees recovering from fire damage. The island in the distance is La Gomera. As we descend, we can see Los Gigantes, a huge rock formation with a resort beneath. We also see banana plantations, which are grown all over the south of the island, nearer the coastal areas. We just got back from our trip from Mount Teide, and did you have a good time?
I did.
Worth it?
Definitely worth it. We were supposed to go up on the cable car to the summit, but due to the winds, the cable car was cancelled today. But I don't think that matters, does it?
No.
Because
there's still plenty to see up there.
So much to see, and it's such a unique landscape up there. The kind of landscape you would expect to see on Mars. It's quite astonishing, really. So it's something I think if you come to Tenerife, you should do, shouldn't you? I think.
Yeah.
Definitely. Don't just.
Something a bit different, rather than sitting by the beach. Go and explore the island.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you see so much of the island as you go up there as well. You see all the vegetation.
It changes as it goes, doesn't it, at the different levels?
Yeah. First thing you see the little villages, and you see where they are growing things like potatoes, and where there are grapes, lots of grapes vines. What also you find is that down below, nearer the coast, they're growing lots of bananas and avocados. But the further you go up, those crops change.
I think they must be growing bananas from the whole world without bananas.
Ah, that's true. Yeah. And then you get into the pine tree forest, and the pine trees, I think
they're unique.
They're unique.
Yeah, to this island. Yeah. And they did look different.
Yeah. So it's a great trip, and the operator we went with we'll put down in the description. I'd recommend them. We used them last time 2 years ago.
Very professional.
They're very professional, they're on time, and you get lots and lots of information narrated to you as you pass through the different areas on the coast, so it's excellent.
And if you don't get to go up the cable car, they do give you money back for that part of the trip.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. This is our last day in Tenerife, sadly, yeah. And it was a good way to round off our trip to the island.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be back, and next time we'll hire a car and we'll go up to the north of the island and spend some time up there where it's much lusher and greener. So, yeah, great trip.
We'll be back.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's all from us, so goodbye.